Trends we'll see more of this year. I've talked about this before on here, but rope details are going to be such a thing. We'll see them on sneakers and sandals. Sporty everything is going to be such a vibe. Food print is going to literally be everywhere, and this is so cute. Fun prints in general will be the trend for summer, and I'm obsessed. Chandelier earrings will actually be making a big return. Gingham isn't a new trend, but it will be back big this summer. Swim as an actual outfit will definitely be a thing. We're also going to see a lot of mesh bags. Like for the next part, style loafers in 2024. Pairing them with red socks is a trend that's not going anywhere. It is seriously such a thing right now. Don't be afraid to mix your neutrals. Brown goes with black and navy. I love them with a mini skirt, and feel free to mix patterns. I love them with a cropped or cuffed jean. Everything about this look is incredibly chic. Same with this one. Don't forget to take inspo from the 90s. This may be one of my favorite looks. They are begging to be paired with cardigans. Monochrome is always the way to go, and I love them with a tight and a sock. Like for the next part, how to style polos in 2024. I love them juxtaposed with a leather jacket. It is going to work every single time, and I love a rugby tucked into a jean or paired with a trench. They always look good with jeans. I'm loving this layered moment. I like this one because the belt is styled on top of it, and don't be afraid to pair them with non-jean options too. Like this is so good. I love them with a mini, and obviously they look great with loafers. Reformation has some really cute ones right now. I also love this, and this. Like for the next part, trends we'll see more of this year. Zipped sweatshirts and polos are going to be everywhere. We've talked about polos and rugbies before, and I think they're here to stay. You're also going to see a lot of this shade of yellow pop up. It's a nice alternative to butter yellow, and we're going to see it on all kinds of accessories. I know this sounds crazy, but I think these are going to trend. We are also going to see a lot of denim on denim, especially combining different shapes and different washes. And I think the new thing will be wearing your jewelry on top of your clothes, like this and like this. And how we saw double belts last year, I think we're going to see double watches this year. Like for the next part, 2024 purse trends. We're going to continue to see woven bags even in the cooler months. This brand is one of my favorites. Everything they make is so chic. You're also going to see this silhouette a lot, and I am a huge fan. Oversized bags aren't going anywhere, especially in suede. This is the bag that everyone wants. Also love it in the black. Belted bags are really gonna have a moment. We'll see them like this, and this. And Vogue has already declared that this will be the bag for fall. Like for the next part, you hate your clothes because they're not wearable enough. I think this is the reason we romanticize 90s fashion so much. For the most part, everything everyone wore back then was wearable. A lot of people wore uniforms, which means the clothes that they wore were practical for what they were doing. And it's why we all want to have a Kathleen Kelly fall. Everyone just looked normal back then. I think this is also why we're so fascinated with Mary-Kate and Ashley and their really defined personal style. Everything is cool because it's easy, and everything is easy because it's cool. I wrote all about this in my Substack this week. Let me know if you want a part 2. How to style skinny jeans in 2024. You really have to make them part of your overall look. They don't need to just be an afterthought. A flat and a patterned coat is a great combo. Again, this combination just really works with them. I also like something like this. You're really channeling your inner French girl. The shape of the top here really balances them out, and you really can't go wrong with a boot. This may be my favorite look. You have to style them intentionally for them to work. This would be the opposite of what I'm talking about, and even though this is really simple, I think it works. Same with this and this. Let me know if you want a part 2. 2024 holiday trends. It wouldn't be the holidays without fur, but I think we're going to see fur paired with sheer skirts. We're just going to see a lot of sheer in general. Cocktail jewelry is all the way back. I am such a fan. I think silver bags will be huge. Basically any bags that are reminiscent of candy. We will also see bows and belts on bags. Obviously we will see bows in hair. I also think we'll see more unique hair pieces like this and this. This is so fabulous. Velvet is always in this time of year, but I think we're going to see a lot of velvet in these peachy tones like this and this. Like for the next part, how to style leggings in 2024. Everyone likes to hate on leggings as pants, but it works. Love them paired with a long coat. I also will always love them with an oversized blazer. Stirrup leggings are so back. Pairing them with a chunky sweater really balances them out. If you want a more casual vibe, this is it. You can't go wrong with leggings and a boot. I also love a split hem. Like this is very chic. Like it or not, capri leggings can definitely be a vibe. You just want to pair them with something that's a little more polished, like a kitten heel, and everything about this is a 10 out of 10. When in doubt, look to Mary-Kate and Ashley. Like for the next part, trends we'll see more of this year. I think long gloves are really going to have a moment, and with that we're going to see a lot of 80s inspo in general. The stirrup legging will be everywhere, and we're going to see a lot of rugbies and long sleeve polos. I just wrote about this on my Substack, and I'm honestly obsessed. I think white blazers are going to have a huge return. They are so chic. We are also going to see a lot of track pants paired with blazers like this and this. I also think layering tops like this will be really in. Hybrid shoes are really going to have a moment, and I think we're going to see a lot of tights under jeans. Like for the next part, shoe trends we'll see more of this year. Square toe flats are going to be the next big thing, and I am personally obsessed. We are definitely going to see more boat shoes, especially in suede. Suede shoes in general will be huge. We'll see loafers, heels, and ballet flats. I also think fun laces aren't going anywhere. So going to see a lot of V's, like this V shape on these flats and on heels. And this one may surprise you, but peep toe pumps are making a return, and I'm kind of in love with it. Green sneakers will be back, and I can't get enough of this trend. Like for the next part, trends we'll see more of this year. I'm calling it now. This will be the year of the whimsical jacket, and I am personally so excited. It's also the year of the barn jacket, and if you don't have one, you need to get it like right now before they're all sold out. This is my favorite, and don't be scared, but these are definitely coming back. And the mesh flats trend will now translate into heels. This neckline is the best for sweatshirts, and it is going to be literally everywhere. We've seen this all over the runway. We are going to see a lot of tuck waist blazers and jackets, and don't be surprised when you see more and more of these. Like for the next part, fall trends and how to style them. Flats are officially back. We all know this, and I would style them like this, this, and this. Lady jackets are definitely having a moment right now, and I would style them like this, this, and this. We're also gonna see a lot of leopard pop up, and I would style it like this, this, and this. Like for the next part, trends we'll see more of this year. We've talked about personalization before, but specifically we're going to see a lot of embroidery, especially in red. We're going to see it on denim and tops, and I actually wrote more about this on my Substack. Side scarves are going to be the next big thing. I first noticed this on Leandra, and I'm kind of obsessed. We are also going to see a lot of fun texture, especially corduroy and suede everything. Fun socks aren't going anywhere. We're going to see a lot of ruffles and colorful socks too. I love red socks with loafers. You're also going to see the leopard shoe everywhere. Like for the next part, I can't believe I'm saying this, but skinny jeans may be back. This Not That 2024 fashion skinny jeans edition. This isn't really the vibe anymore. Instead of something like this or this, try something like this, this, or this. I would just try to keep it as simple as possible. Instead of something like this or this, I would really just try to channel Mary-Kate and Ashley and do something like this, or this. Like for the next part, This Not That 2024 fashion wedding guest edition. Today we're going to talk about dresses. There's nothing wrong with the ones that I'm showing you. If you want something that's a little more updated, this video is for you. Instead of something like this or this, go for something like this, or this. And like for the next part, This Not That 2024 fashion. I told you recently that gladiators are back, but instead of going full send like we did 10 years ago, there are more subtle ways to experiment with this trend. Instead of something like this or this, try something like this, or this. And instead of styling them like this or this, try something a little more modern like this or this. Like for the next part, This Not That 2024 fashion wedding guest edition. Last time I had some pushback when I suggested to swap these for something like this. But if you must have a block heel, there's still a way to do it in a more updated way. Instead of these, try something like these, or these. I own these in a different color and they are magnificent. Like for the next part, if you own any of these, I immediately know you are that girl. If you own this specific hand crate, I know for a fact you have an 850 credit score. If you own these, you are a queen. It's literally just a fact. Bonus points if they're the pink one. If you own one of these, I just know that you're mentally stable. Like you've definitely never keyed anyone's car. My life was better when I had this. Fortunately, it broke, and honestly, so did my sanity. Also, if you use it as a purse accessory, you're definitely that girl. If you have a designer card case and a fun color, know for a fact that I want to get espresso martinis with you. How to dress like a bitch for summer. Anytime you're in doubt, immediately channel Meredith Blake. Something like this is perfection. Two-piece sets in general are great, especially if they have buttons. Buttons give off major bitch energy. You can never go wrong with black, especially if it's backless or ridiculously short. You gotta have a strappy heel and some strappy flats. Red nails are a must. It goes without saying. And these are literally perfect because at first glance, it's gingham. How sweet. But then once you look further, studs. And if that isn't a metaphor, thank you. 5 trends we are absolutely doing this summer. Boxers are definitely one of my favorite trends right now. I love that you can dress them up or dress them down, but they are always going to be a vibe. And I feel the exact same way about bloomers. I am also very into these dresses right now. These are so flattering. I also can't get enough of mesh sandals. They are trendy but versatile. We are also doing stripes, especially little striped tops. I am obsessed, and I know it's hot, but we will be seeing some summer layering, and I am totally on board. Like for the next part, Out of style jorts in 2024. I love them with ballet flats and just a simple top. You could also do a graphic tee. I like that the crop of this one balances out the shape of the shorts. And if really oversized jorts aren't your thing, you could go for something a little more tapered. A heel with jorts works every single time. I think white denim is a really fun way to mix it up. I also really like a darker denim. Fisherman sandals are also fun with this. These are a lot shorter, but I love this vibe. Again, the white on white just looks really chic. I love this length and this top. I just feel like a ballet flat is a really solid option. 2024 trend prediction. I think many of us think of Rhode as a beauty brand, but really it's an accessory brand. And that's one reason the brand is so successful. These cases launched just a couple of hours ago. They're already all sold out. Even before the case launches though, we were already seeing the product styled as an accessory. And just as some people collect bags, people are now collecting different lip glosses to style them. Other brands would be quite frankly dumb if they didn't try to replicate the success of Rhode. You can definitely see people doing the same thing with the pocket blushes. And if it's okay with Matilda, it's okay with me. If you do any of these, I immediately know that you're chic. If you have a sweater over your shoulder, it's gonna do it for me every single time. You just look instantly pulled together. I immediately trust your taste in wine. If you mix cream and white, just know you're that girl. This is the epitome of chic. If you have bare nails, maybe I'm just gaslighting myself. It's giving I live in Europe. It's giving Carrie Bradshaw. Case closed. If you can mix in the old with the new, I just know that you have personal style. Anyone can look good in head to toe new designer. If you can mix in vintage, this also applies to home. Like your taste, I like your vibe. This Not That 2024 fashion. I've been talking about capris coming back for probably 2 years now, and we're finally really starting to see it. I understand that they are not everyone's favorite, but if you are kind of intrigued, this is how we're styling them. No hate to any of these people, but this isn't really the vibe anymore. Instead of something like this or this, try something like this, or this. Also, this is one of my favorite Carrie Bradshaw looks. I recommend black capris. I think they're just way easier to style. Like for the next part. This Not That jorts. This is a controversial trend, but it really comes down to how you style it. What's different about this video, I actually like all of the looks I'm going to show you, but I'm going to tell you why you don't like them, and you let me know if I'm right. I love this outfit, but I think what most millennials will have a problem with is that it's styled in such a Gen Z way. And if you agree with that, instead of something like this or this, try something like this, or this. And even though something like this looks great, the styling may just not be your vibe. Like for the next part.